Good morning. This is the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. My name's Dave Burney.
My name is Brent Apperson. Good morning.
It's good to have you folks along. Thanks a lot. Brent Apperson back in town after spending some time in Lincoln covering the state basketball tournaments, and congratulations to SEM. They finished their tournament up Saturday, and it was fun listening to the competition.
Yeah, it was a great week. Yeah, a lot of fun, a lot of good basketball. As I drove back into Broken Bow, though, on Saturday, it's like I drove into Antarctica. What in the world? My goodness, couldn't believe the snow.
Well, and some
that was
of it was
still
gone,
here.
too.
Yeah, I was going to say, and I know some of it was gone, but there was still plenty around when I drove into town.
Well, I measured 8 inches out here on the morning that it all came to us, and I know there's reports of 12 inches here and around. So, yeah, could be a foot. I know over at North Platte they had 17 inches.
That's what I saw. That's crazy.
Yeah, and
that wasn't, I mean, I was kind of looking at the forecast during the week. That was not expected, was it? I mean,
no.
Because I think, what were they saying, 1 to 2 or something? And,
well, they were doing the hedging thing. They would go 1 to 2, and then one forecast said altogether, when it was all said and done, you might have 5 inches and heavier local amounts.
Oh, yes. Yeah. There's the big phrase right there.
But the Weather Bureau called us from North Platte wanting to know how much snow we had.
Yeah.
I said, well, we measured 8 here, and it had already blown around, so it could be more than that. And I know not very far to the west of us, they were reporting 12. I think they had 8 north of Anselmo. So I kind of gave him the scenario. He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't have a discussion about that's a lot more than we thought or anything like that. He said, well, thanks a lot, Dave. We'll appreciate your help. See ya. Bye. So, yeah, it was a wonderful snow because almost 40 hundredths precipitation. It was very wet.
That's good.
On the bottom end of it, and all soaked in except for what run down the streets and the creeks yesterday, because it melted pretty fast yesterday. But, yeah, and we have today and tomorrow's forecast just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And then we go to the second half of the week going into went Thursday, Friday in that area, and looking for some more moisture. So it's good. Wet things down. Shouldn't have any fire problems for a while.
Hope not.
Yep. So how's Lincoln? You got to spend a lot of time there.
Yeah, we did spend a lot of time there. Yeah. No, Lincoln was great. I think my favorite part, and I know many people here are familiar with Ryan Province. Ryan is an Anselmo Myrna graduate, and he is the AD at Shelton. Shelton won the boys' state championship in Class D2, but they played in what I think was the game of the tournament against Why Not in the boys' semifinals, and that was the game right before SEM played Maywood Hayes Center. So we were getting ready to broadcast that game and just enjoying the incredible game between Why Not and Shelton. And Ryan was... Of course, at Devaney, where they set the media, we sat over on the side where they have the students cheering for their teams.
Right.
So Ryan was over there with the Shelton students, and it was just great. He would there was a time he came down, he sat beside me. He said, "Brent, I can't take this." So he said, "I got to sit down." So he sat down for a while. Then he's like, I got to stand back up. And so it was fun talking to Ryan and watching the Shelton kids celebrate a state championship. And that's kind of what the tournament is all about, the passion and the emotion, not just of the players playing the game, but of the communities, especially the smaller communities. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really special when those communities can make it to the state tournament, and to feel the energy from the students and from the parents and the fans who are there cheering on their small town communities. To me, that's one of the real special parts of the state tournament.
I think people can relate to that. Such pride in those communities, and whether they walk away with a first place trophy or fourth or whatever.
Yes.
It's still pride that swells when they say, yeah, we went to state in 2024, and the kids played really well, and they gave it their best effort, and the fans were having a great time. And I don't know, it's just good, wholesome Midwest fun. So,
yes.
Yeah. Moving over to the Husker side of things, I know in your reports on sports this morning, the men won their final regular season game in fine fashion, and the ladies, the Huskers almost pulled off another one and beat Iowa, who everybody's talking about because of a particular player they have on their team, and they're also highly rated. But Nebraska, man, they just had it right there, and could have pulled off that upset again. And I don't even know how big of an upset that would be in a way, because they already split a pair of games. So,
what a game!
Yeah, oh man, it was crazy.
I mean, the shots that were being made coming down the stretch in that game, and for Nebraska, fourth game in 4 days, to have the energy that they had, and I thought finally coming down the stretch you could see where they were tiring a little bit, and how could you not? My goodness, fourth game in 4 days, but the effort that they gave was incredible. And it was on network television. CBS carried the game, and I know a lot of people tuned in. Well, if you weren't a Nebraska fan, probably you were tuning in to watch Caitlin Clark, and I get it. She's incredible.
Yeah, she is.
But you know what? People got to see Nebraska yesterday, too. And I don't care what the result is. Nebraska showed up, and they let people know about what Nebraska women's basketball is about. It just a phenomenal game. And I mean, if you're a Nebraska fan, you just felt for the girls afterwards. That effort that they gave yesterday was high level, and to come up just a little bit short, that was disappointing. But man, a lot to be proud of, I would think, after that performance.
Agreed, and also looking forward to postseason, because they're as good as anybody, and every aspect of that game. Let me turn that around. You've seen a little bit of everything in that game. You had your three-point shooting, phenomenal for Nebraska, and they've been hot that way. Mm-hmm. Iowa struggled in the first half with their shooting, and Nebraska was working the ball inside, very physical. It was a very physical ball game. I mean, there were bodies flying everywhere, and they were running and gunning and shooting the threes. I don't know how you could ask for more offense and defense than what they provided in that contest. So things to look forward to for Nebraska. Don't count them out. They're a good team, and they're going to compete. So it's going to be fun. And the men's team, best record they've had in a long time, and they've got momentum going into the postseason as well. So a couple of things that will be followed, I imagine, pretty much here on KBBN.
Yeah, you got it. At the beginning of the season, if you were to predict that Nebraska would be the number 3 seed in the Big Ten men's basketball tournament, I think a lot of people would have started laughing. What a great year, man. And they closed it off the right way. Michigan is really struggling this season, but it was at Michigan. It was a road game. It was senior day, I'm sure, at Michigan, and Nebraska showed up. Keisei Tominaga, my goodness, that guy had a game, just knocking down threes left and right. He is so fun to watch play when he is on. So, it'll be fun to watch the Nebraska men's basketball team this week in the tournament, and we will broadcast all of their tournament games on KBBN 95.3 FM. Their first game won't be until Friday night, and so we'll have that for you. As far as airtime, we'll see once the Huskers radio network posts when they'll start coverage. But we'll have all of the Nebraska men's games for you on KBBN Radio.
All right, very good. Let's take a look and see what we have for birthdays. Not very many birthdays to talk about today. Oh, by the way, if you're feeling a little sleepy today, and going back to the ball game, the Husker-Iowa game, that was an early game.
Yes.
They played 4 games in a row, and then they have daylight savings time to deal with.
Yeah, lost an hour,
and they got to get up early to prepare and get ready to go. So it's no wonder. But Iowa was lagging a little bit in the first half.
Yes.
Nebraska was not. So there you go. But if you're lagging a little this morning, you got up. If you get up at 5 normally, you got up at 4 this morning. That's the way I look at it. But my wife says, no, that's not right, Dave. That's not true. But we have that argument every year. And I stretch it out as long as I can because it's a friendly, good argument that doesn't really hurt anything.
Yeah. Today.
For you.
Don't worry. Be happy.
Yeah, for you. I had to spend time with him in the elevator in Lincoln.
I know. You've shared this story before. I wish I could have been a fly on the wall in the elevator that day.
Well, we were standing over in the corner, and he had a bouquet of roses.
He had performed that night?
Yeah, he performed we were at the Cornhusker, so he performed.
Oh, in Lincoln?
Yeah, and happened to be on the same elevator, and he wasn't humming Be Happy. He was humming some other song, and I just wanted to go over and pound on him. Sorry. Fortunately, we were with another couple who said, Dave, let's get off the elevator. Anyway, be happy.
Yes.
Bobby McFerrin is 74 today.
All right. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Hope he has a great day. It's National Napping Day today.
Oh, I can get into that.
And after the switch to daylight savings time, it's only been one day, so it's normal to be a little groggy, and that way we can complain and moan and groan and really snore tonight. It's also National Prom Proposal Day. So if you're a high school student and eligible to go to the prom, it's time to get it done, because a lot of these proms are much earlier than they used to be. But it's time to pop that big question at the high school, will you go to prom with me? That's a very tough question.
It is.
Because if they say no, you're damaged for life.
I know. That's why I never asked it.
You didn't want to take the risk?
No, I didn't. I never asked anybody to the prom.
I think one of the things you see...
I just went solo.
That's
with,
good.
With
good
a group
idea.
of guys.
Well, and I was just going to say, there's a lot of that goes on, and I think there's a lot of friends that just go to prom together.
Yeah.
I mean, there's the girlfriend and boyfriend thing, but I think there's groups of guys or groups of gals, or maybe neighbors that have known each other a long time say, I don't really have anybody I really want to ask, and we've been friends for a long time. You want to go together? I think that's pretty cool. But it is National Prom Proposal Day.
Mm-hmm.
Proposal, they call it. Yeah. Also, more important, I think, World Plumbing Day.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Recognizing plumbing's important role in society.
Yes. It does have an important role. When the plumbing's not working properly, you realize that it does have a prominent role in society.
Yeah, if the shower's not working, you can't flush the toilet. Yeah, it's bad. The flushing toilet was invented, by the way, clear back in 1596. But there's proof that Romans had kind of toilets. I mean, they had with water and plumbing and so forth that they had back in that period of time before 1596. But it was John Harrington popularized the toilet. Thomas, I don't want to say.
Yeah, I know. I know the last name.
Yeah.
Yes. Come on, say it. It's his last name.
Well, I know. That's why. Okay. I'll read the whole thing. The flushing toilet was invented in 1596, and Sir John Harrington, and popularized it in the 1800s, was Englishman Thomas Crapper. That's why we still refer to the bathroom as the John or Crapper.
Or the Crapper. Yep, you got it.
Oh, boy. If your faucet drips twice every minute, just twice every minute, you'll waste over a gallon of water in a week.
Wow.
And usually when you have a drip, it's a lot more than a couple of minutes. So think how much water we're wasting there. Or if the flapper in your toilet is not sealing correctly and it's running all the time, you cannot believe how much water you go through. We found out the hard way upstairs. We had upstairs flapper problem. And we kept calling, why is our water bill so high? And they couldn't really answer. They said, well, we just reading the meter.
Yeah.
And that's what it was. It was significant.
Yeah.
So make sure your flapper's sealing in your crapper.
On the crapper.
Oh, Lord. Also, National Funeral Director and Mortician Day today. We sometimes take those folks for granted, I think. They do a great job of a tough time in all of our lives. So we appreciate your help out there, directors and morticians. And I guess we'll put that together with Bobby McFerrin's birthday, and that about takes care of some of the breaking news we have here this morning.
That's right. Don't worry. Be happy.
Yeah. And be happy that your toilet's working properly.
Absolutely.
If it isn't, call the plumber. It's plumber day.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll have a special going today.
You never know.
Well, most plumbers are really nice guys. You ever notice that?
Yeah.
They're just...
Yeah, I would agree with that. At least all the plumbers I've known.
Hard-working, crawling and down in crawl spaces and doing work that a lot of people think they wouldn't want to do, but there's an art to plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
And when they're good at it, they can make lives better for all of us. So thank you, plumbers.
Yes.
Thank you, morticians.
Yeah.
Guess that's as far as I'll go with that.
Okay.
I had some other ideas, but I think I'll quit while we're ahead here. You want to play the game?
We can, yes.
School lunch menus. We got to get those.
Hey, you want to get those in first?
Let's see if I can find them.
Mm-hmm. By the way, thank you for putting that Don't Worry, Be Happy song in my head for the rest of the day now. I'm going to be humming it all day. Don't worry.
Well, I tell you what, just
Be
pretend
happy.
you're in an elevator and you're going to go over and
happy
pound
now.
on the guy.
All right, school lunch menus. Let's start in Gothenburg today. Looks like biscuits and gravy with scrambled eggs, cheeseburger, fresh baked ham and cheese sub, and fresh pepperoni pizza. Some of your choices at Gothenburg today.
You know, as I think about it, sound kind of tough, go over and pound on Bobby. And he's probably like a martial arts expert. He's a small built guy, not very big.
Yeah.
But, if you go over there and say, put down those roses, we're going to rumble. And he probably had, black belt or something like that.
Did he have security with him?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
2 real big guys.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I think you did the wise thing by not doing anything.
Real big guys. Next to him, they really look big.
Yeah.
SEM today. What is this? This is the 11th. Today they're having hot ham and cheese sandwiches at Sumner.
Sandhills Public School in Dunning today. Hot ham and cheese sandwiches, chips, and broccoli and cheese on the menu at Sandhills.
I'll save that for later. Move that one over there. Folks, sometimes these papers stick together, but we still prefer paper. Litchfield, no school today.
Thetford Public School, chicken strips at Thetford.
And Selma Myrna Public Schools today. Biscuits and gravy with scrambled eggs, cheeseburgers, fajita deli wrap.
Callaway today, chicken Alfredo.
Broken Bow Middle School High School, biscuits and gravy with scrambled eggs, cheeseburgers, fajita deli wrap, fresh baked combo sub. The grill station features the crispy chicken sandwich basket.
Arnold today, ready rib on a bun at Arnold.
Loop City Schools today, chicken fajitas or tacos.
All right. Ansley today, showing no school. Teacher in service, it says, at Ansley today.
I almost started singing that Be Happy song. If I do that, come over here and slap me. Cozad High School today, chicken and waffles, chili dogs, peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, fruit, vegetables, and milk.
Sargent today, showing pizza along with corn, fruit cup, and milk at Sargent.
The Prairie Pioneer Center today, Chicky. Yikes. Chicken gravy over biscuits, California blend fruit, and you can call them at 872-6121. Let them know you're coming. You can also set up delivery of meals to your home at that same number, which is 872-6121.
Chicky gravy.
Chicky gravy.
Chicky
Hey,
gravy.
Since I messed that up, I got to ask you a big favor.
Okay.
I got my feelers kind of hurt last week, and it was some people that work here that I overheard them talking, and I need to know who they were. So,
I do hope this was when I was gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
all right.
since
So I'm in the clear.
You're neutral, you're innocent, but there was some chatter in the back because I mispronounced twice a meal item on the Bon Appetit. And I did it live. I came over here after Party Line. I sat down and did it live.
Uh-huh.
And they were yucking it up when I went to the back room. I need you to kind of do a little detective work for me and find out who it was, but they were yucking it up and repeating it how I mispronounced it, and it hurt my feelers.
Can I ask what the food item was that you tried to pronounce?
Chimichanga.
Oh.
See, I can say it, but I have to think about it. It's one of those words I have to think about.
Oh.
And since it was live, I kind of fumbled it.
I see.
And they were
happens.
They were back there. They were going chimmy, you know. And I just need to know who it is because I need to reprimand them.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll do a little detective work today.
I have trouble with marinara sauce too.
Yeah, now you handled that very well.
Yeah, but
that time.
A lot of times I don't get it. It's just the way the words. I don't always get it. I'll admit that. I could have pre-recorded it, but I just came over. Jeremy came in. I said, "No, I got it live. Don't worry about it."
Back to the old days of radio, when everything. Well, when I first started working here, basically everything was done live. We did very little recording.
Yeah, and you always avoided anything that started with SH. I mean, those were dangerous words.
There were some dangerous words that were out there, yes. That's true. Especially when those words would pop up when you didn't pre-read it.
Yeah.
And we did a lot of that.
Oh, unfortunately.
It was called reading it cold.
And it was very cold.
Yes, and we had a tendency to read it freezing cold here at KCNI, KBBN Radio. And when those types of words would sneak up on you, they were nerve-wracking.
Well, that's what happened Friday. And unfortunately, that menu item was in twice, 2 different places, so I messed it up twice. Oh, they were just yucking it up back there, and I need to know who it was.
All right.
And I know since you weren't here, you're neutral. Could you find out for me?
Sure, I'll ask a few questions.
Okay. We've got time to play the game, and then after the weather, we'll catch up on the grocery cart specials.
Sounds good. All right, final question for this category. It's Women's History Month in March, so we've been asking some questions about female rock musicians. And here's your final question of the category. This singer began her career with her then partner, Lindsey Buckingham, in a band called Fritz. I didn't know that. They struggled together for several years until they were invited to join a band called Fleetwood Mac. Who is this female singer? Your choices are Stevie Nicks, Joni Mitchell. Did I say that right? Joni? It's Joni, right? Joni Mitchell? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, if you don't get it right, they'll just yuck it up around here.
I know. Christine McVie, or, and this is another one, is it Joan or Joanne Baez? Is it Joan Baez?
Yeah, but that's one you don't know. I mean, it's spelled the same.
Yes. Those are your choices.
Okay.
All right. If you know the answer, call 872-2801.
The Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we wake you up?
Nebraska's favorite way to start the day on KCNI KBBN.
Are your aches and pains preventing you from doing the things you love? Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. We offer complete one-on-one physical therapy for you. Call Team Physical Therapy, 872-5111. Team Physical Therapy is known as the best hands in town and will help you achieve your goals to keep you moving. Call Team Physical Therapy at 872-5111 or check us out on the web at myteampt.com.
Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency takes pride in offering the best rate and coverage, perfectly catered to your needs. They're excited to announce that their location in Broken Bow has moved. You can now find them on the east side of the square inside the Broken Bow Chamber of Commerce building. We all have our busy seasons, and when we aren't busy, insurance is a great thing to review before you're busy yet again. Talk to Chip in Callaway or Allison in Broken Bow to review your farm and commercial plans. Nebraska Owners Insurance Agency in Callaway and Broken Bow.
And we have Mark on the line. Are you there, Mark?
Yes, I am.
Oh, good deal. Good deal. All right, here's Brent with the question.
Now, Mark, I don't want to put extra pressure on you, but I've already written your name down on the certificate, so you got to get this right, okay? All right, this singer began her career with her then partner Lindsey Buckingham in a band called Fritz. They struggled for several years until they joined Fleetwood Mac. Who's the singer? Stevie Nicks, Joni Mitchell, Christine McVie, or Joan Baez?
good choices, but I'm going with the first one.
There you go. You're right, Mark. It's Stevie Nicks, of course. That's the answer. And because you've answered correctly, we got a certificate that's going to get you a free personal pan pizza, one topping, from Pizza Hut here in Broken Bow. So come on out and see us when you can.
All right, thanks a lot. What a difference a couple of days makes.
Oh, doesn't it, Mark? Isn't this nice?
Yes, totally awesome.
It is. Thanks, Mark. Have a great week.
Thank you. You do likewise.
All right. Okay, we'll have those grocery cart specials for you following our news break.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Oppenheimer sweeps the Oscars with 7 awards, including Best Picture, Director, and Actor for Cillian Murphy.
We made a film about the man who created the atomic bomb, and for better or for worse, we're all living in Oppenheimer's world, so I would really like to dedicate this to the peacemakers everywhere.
Poor Things won 4 Oscars, including Best Actress for Emma Stone. This is the first day of the Muslim holy month of Ramadan. As the war drags on in Gaza, Zahiro Sahar Moore, nephew of an Israeli hostage, is pleading with both the Israeli and American governments.
Put as much pressure on them to reach an agreement, to reach a hostage deal now.
Kate Middleton, Princess of Wales, apologizing for editing a family photo. CBS's Holly Williams has more from Buckingham Palace.
Several news agencies, including Reuters and the Associated Press, have withdrawn the new photo from publication.
Part of her daughter's sweater appears to be missing. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
In Nebraska news, the Lancaster County Sheriff's Office is investigating a suspicious death after a body was found by a landowner Saturday afternoon. Chief Deputy Ben Hushin says the body was found in the middle of Salt Creek in a ravine near 134th and Mill Road, and he said it was suspicious, but at that time they could not determine if it was a homicide. Hushin said the body is a male, and based on physical characteristics, it is highly unlikely to be Tyler Goodrich, who has been missing since November. He said so far, as of that time, they were unable to determine how the body got there, what injuries the man has, or even to get the body to remove it from the creek because of the conditions in the area. They went on to say it's located in a huge ravine, and giving them challenges at that time as to how to get to the individual so they can continue the investigation. They called in extra equipment and specialists to get in so that they can continue the investigation, according to Hushin. He said they've been able to fly a drone over the area to gather some information and said that's why they're confident it is not Goodrich. He said the Goodrich family had been notified. Hushin said investigators will continue to be in the area working to access all evidence. He said they'll review camera footage and canvass the area using drones and the Nebraska State helicopter. He said we'll be giving everything possible we can to this case, and he asked anyone for information to call Crime Stoppers. That's Nebraska News.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles, here's Eddie Garcia.
From the NFL, breaking late Sunday night, the news the Pittsburgh Steelers have reportedly agreed to sign veteran quarterback Russell Wilson to a 1-year deal. Tampa Bay Buccaneers and quarterback Baker Mayfield reportedly agree on a 3-year deal worth $100 million, $50 million guaranteed. And the New England Patriots traded quarterback Mac Jones to the Jacksonville Jaguars. NBA games of note, Thunder over the Grizzlies, 124-93. Oklahoma City now 1 game up on Denver for the top record in the West. Timberwolves lose to the Lakers, 120-109. Anthony Davis, 25 rebounds for the Lakers in the win. Minnesota's now a game and a half out of that top spot in the West. Bucks beat the Clippers 124-117. Damian Lillard at 35 points. Giannis Antetokounmpo at 34 points for Milwaukee. Pacers beat the Magic 111-97. 76ers over the Knicks 79-71. In college basketball, Stetson, Drake, and Longwood all won their conference tournament titles to get automatic bids into the NCAA tournament.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning begins at 1 p.m. this afternoon and continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Mainly sunny skies today with daytime highs approaching 70. Southwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, lows dip down to about 34. 68 tomorrow. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
The IRS is the most powerful collection agency on earth, and if you owe back taxes, the news isn't good. The IRS is raising the interest rate it charges on unpaid taxes, and further rate hikes are expected. Most people don't know it, but the IRS adds interest charges to your tax debts daily. So if you owe the IRS today, you'll owe even more tomorrow. And it doesn't stop until you get right with the IRS. The good news is getting right can start with one phone call to Optima Tax Relief, America's #1 tax relief firm. Optima's tax professionals specialize in the Fresh Start Initiative, a powerful IRS program that can save you thousands if you qualify. In fact, the experts at Optima have resolved over $1 billion in tax debt for their clients. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460. 800-343-6460.
Optima Tax Relief.
Some restrictions apply. For complete details, please visit OptimaTaxRelief.com.
It's 8:07, 25 degrees outside under a mostly clear sky. Winds light out of the southeast if there's any wind at all. Barometric pressure pretty steady at 29, 90, and 91. Been right in that ballpark figure there. Humidity at 75%. High temperature yesterday an even 60 with an overnight low of 25. Sunrise this morning just up at 7:57. Sunset at 7:40. Sunrise tomorrow morning at 7:55. 39 hundredths precipitation measured so far in this month of March from all that heavy wet snow that we received going into the weekend, which is almost gone already. And that's a good thing, soaking into the ground that is not froze. So just what the doctor ordered. Now, let's talk about good food at good prices.
Absolutely. Here's your weekly ad for the grocery cart in Broken Bow. This ad runs today through March 17th. St. Patty's Day is coming up, so there's some St. Patrick's Day specials for you. And we'll start with this one. Reuben Classic Corned Beef is on sale for $5.48 a pound. Boneless pork loin, $2.48 a pound. 93% diet lean ground beef is on sale for $4.98 a pound. And also in the meat department, lean and tender pork cutlets are $2.98 a pound. 2.5-pound bag, all natural, best choice, boneless, skinless chicken breast tenderloins on sale, $6.88 for the bag. I hope there's no chimichangas in here. I'll struggle with that, too. Johnsonville brats or Italian sausage, the 19-ounce packages are on sale for $5.48. Van de Kamp's breaded fish fillet or fish sticks. The boxes are on sale for $4.98. For the kids, when they get home from school, here you go. Oscar Mayer Basic Lunchables are on sale. Get 2 for $4. Simply Orange Juice. The bottles are 2 for $8. Yoplait Yogurt on sale. Get 10 of them for $6. Blue Bonnet Margarine Sticks. 16-ounce packages, $1.28. Crystal Farms Shredded Cheese. The packages are 2 for $5. Daisy Sour Cream, 24-ounce jar is $3.48. Crystal Farms Chunk Cheese, 8-ounce packages on sale, 2 for $5. Pillsbury Crescent Rolls, get 2 for $6. And Best Choice Pizza Crust on sale for $2.25. In the frozen foods section, Boston Market entrees, 2 for $6. Eggo Grab and Go waffles are on sale, $4.98 for the box. Hot Pockets are on sale. Get 3 for $6. Some other grocery savings that you'll find this week. Best Choice Top Round White Bread. The loaves are on sale for $1.78. Also, Frito-Lay Doritos, Cheetos, or Fritos on sale for $3.98 for the bag. Village Hearth Rye Bread is on sale for $3.48 a loaf. And Heinz Gravy is on sale. Get 2 jars for $5 this week. Other specials you'll find at the GK this week. We'll go to the produce section where green cabbage is on sale for 38 cents a pound. 5-pound bags of Best Choice red or gold potatoes on sale, 2 for $4. Avocados on sale. Get 2 for $3. Fresh asparagus is $1.98 a pound this week. Washington Premium Gala apples, $1.28 a pound. And the fresh 1-pound bag of baby carrots, $1.18. 9-ounce bags of Dole Hearts of Romaine salad, 2 for $5. 8-ounce packages of Highline sliced white mushrooms, 2 for $4. 10-ounce package of fresh grape tomatoes, 2 for $4. And a 3-pound bag of fresh yellow onions on sale. Get 2 for $5. Other store-wide savings you'll find this week at the grocery cart: Pace salsa or picante sauce. The jars are $2.98. Famous Dave's pickles are on sale. The 24-ounce jars are $3.28. Malto-meal cereal, $3.98 this week. Real lemon or real lime juice, the bottles are $2.18. Now, I know some folks are mayonnaise people. Other people are Miracle Whip people. They're both on sale. Kraft mayonnaise, Miracle Whip, or aioli on sale. The bottles are $3.98. Buffalo Wild Wings and Arby's sauce, the bottles are $2 for $7. And if you want croutons on the top of your salad, New York croutons are on sale, 2 packages for $3. And those are just some of the specials you're going to find this week at the grocery cart in Broken Bow.
Thank you, Brent. It's 12 past the hour of 8 o'clock. The correct answer to the trivia question today was Stevie Nicks.
Mm-hmm.
And she, of course, a major part of Fleetwood Mac. But I always thought Christine McVie really shined on piano and vocals. How'd you feel about that?
I would agree. She had a great, unique female voice.
We have a song from Christine that we're going to play for you. Later on, some Stevie Nicks.
loan special. Nebraska State Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Your mornings sound better.
If you're driving in the car on the way to work, it just makes your day more enjoyable just listening to them.
The Breakfast Show on KCNI KBBN.
A job opportunity that we want to tell you about. The Nebraska Department of Transportation has an opportunity for a highway maintenance worker to join the Ansley team. And at the Nebraska Department of Transportation, they reward their employees with who work hard with friendly and supportive work environment that encourages creativity and innovation. And they provide training and career development, advancement opportunities, ample paid time off, a work-life balance, and a comprehensive benefits package that includes a matching retirement contribution. This is an opening that must be applied for online at statejobs.nebraska.gov. And the state of Nebraska invites you to apply. They are an equal opportunity veterans preference employer.
And some other job opportunities to share with you. Both of these are through Central Nebraska Community Action Partnership. They are looking for an individual to work as a WIC and immunization nurse in Loop City. Now, this could be either a full-time or part-time position, depending on the applicant. You must have your active RN, LPN, or RD license. You'll be traveling and providing assistance to clients at WIC clinics and administering vaccinations to participants in the immunization program. Also, CNCAP is looking for an early childhood program interpreter. This, too, could be either a part-time or full-time position, depending on the program needs. You must have the ability to speak, read, and write fluently in both Spanish and English. You would be providing translation for families and children ages birth to 5 and traveling to the different locations as needed to provide translation services. For more information on either of these positions, you can contact CNCAP at 308-745-0780. The extension is 105. Or you can apply online by going to centralnebraskacap.com.
Local, dependable service. You hear that every once in a while, and if it is offered and served, it's wonderful. And there's a place that does just that. Nebraska Land Hearing Center with Roxanne, a board-certified hearing instrument specialist with over 35 years of experience right here in Custer County, centered here in Broken Bow on the east side of the square inside the Chamber of Commerce building. And if you struggle with your hearing or worrying about maybe missing out on conversations with family and friends at gatherings, stop in and see Roxanne about getting set up to have your hearing tested. Then you'll know. And if you do need assistance in hearing with hearing aids, then here comes Roxanne with some deep discounts for buying local, free extended warranties on new hearing aids, and pricing available with your budget. She can work something out, and she offers the best in technology. Now, I know you see a lot of ads off and on internet, on the radio, on the TV, in the newspaper about really good deals on hearing aids that you order. Downside of ordering those on your own is that if you have a problem with them, you're out of luck. Nobody's going to adjust them for you. Nobody's going to show you how to clean them. Nobody's going to take care of any problems, and Roxanne will. Call her for an appointment, 308-384-3852. That number again, 308-384-3852. Brent Apperson and Dave Burney with you. How much is an Oscar worth, Brent?
Wow, an Academy Award. They were handed out last night.
Yes.
I don't have any idea.
The 24-karat plated award are worth about $1.
Seriously?
Now, that's because anyone who wins an Oscar must sign an agreement to adhere to a no resale rule put into place back in 1951. So if you win one, you agree not to resell it to anyone. I don't know how many people would want to do that anyway unless they hit rock bottom.
Yeah.
Which happens. Even big stars hit rock bottom, but they're not supposed to sell them. So there's no resale value on them, but they are 24-karat plated awards that you can't sell. I did not watch when it came on. I I decided it was time to maybe go to bed early with the time change.
Yeah, I didn't. I didn't watch any of the Oscars. I didn't see 1 second of it.
I saw a little bit of it before I went to bed, and I started making lewd comments, and my wife said, "Oh, Dave, you're going to ruin this for me." But I guess there was a few notables that were kind of snubbed. The Barbie movie, which was a huge financial hit, only won Best Song. Didn't get any awards for the movie itself. The Color Purple was a big hit, which didn't receive any awards. And The Killers of the Flower Moon, which is a heralded movie, did not do very well. But looks like maybe Robert Downey Jr. was Best Supporting Actor, for instance. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oppenheimer was the big winner.
Yeah.
Wiped up.
I haven't seen it.
It's good.
I want to see it, but I think it's one of those movies that you have to be in the right frame of mind because it's long, right?
It's very long.
That's what I thought. Yeah. And I'll be honest with you, Dave. I'm at that point in my life where I can't even get through a half-hour show without falling asleep.
Well, go to the.
It's terrible.
You can do it during the day.
Yeah.
You know, that's what you about have to do anymore if you really want to see an entire show.
For me, it is. Yeah. I will say this, though. I went to my granddaughters talked me into going to Kung Fu Panda.
Oh, they didn't have to talk too hard.
No, they didn't have to talk too hard. I'm a Kung Fu Panda fan. I love Kung Fu Panda. And, so we went to the Fox Theater yesterday afternoon. Man, we're blessed to have the Fox Theater.
Oh, yeah.
It is so great to have that in town and have that opportunity on a Sunday afternoon.
Well, a lot of those movies we mentioned just a moment ago, if not all of them, have been shown at the Fox Theater. So
Yes.
you have Academy Award-winning movies in Broken Bow, Nebraska, Cozad as well, Central City, and they bring a lot of those movies in. But I did go for a walk yesterday up to Mom's, and it looked like a huge crowd.
Yeah, there was a good crowd there. Yeah, not just for that movie, but the others that were showing too.
Yeah, that's good to see. All right, here's Stevie Nicks for you on the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show.
Crazy. No worry for you. You'll have a station car to drive the St. Hills roads.
Hey, Ron, who's driving? It's okay. It's on cruise control. Cruise control just regulates speed. It doesn't steer.
Decide what your day looks like. Meet new people. Throw candy in parades. Get paid to have fun. Send your resume to jeremy@sandhillsexpress.com. I'll talk to you soon.
The morning Sandhills Drive never sounded so good.
In the mornings, we don't have to fight over the radio because it's one station.
You're listening to The Breakfast Show.
8:31. Brent and Dave with you here on this Monday. Got a story that I think you folks out there are going to like, and Brent, I think you're going to like it too. It's pretty amazing, actually. A World War II vet is planning to get married in France after the ceremony centered around World War II commemoration. And Harold Terrans is planning to marry his sweetheart, Jeannie Swerlin, in France this summer, days after being honored for his service in World War II. The 100-year-old and his 96-year-old fiancé,
wow,
both grew up in New York City, but did not meet until 2021. They were both living down in Florida. And they plan to get hitched in front of their families in a building dating back to the 1600s, less than an hour from the beaches of Normandy. Jeannie says she still gets butterflies when she sees him.
Wow. that is a great story.
Yeah. Man, oh man. To be that spry,
yeah,
and be honored for that very, very important day, serving in that very important day, and bringing your fiancé, who's 96 years young,
wow,
and getting married an hour from Normandy. That's pretty cool.
That is neat.
I don't know how you'd top that. Well, you got us in the mood for some Fleetwood Mac.
Your busy schedule. Call Pearson Physical Therapy at 872-5800 or visit us on the web at pearsonpt.com. The treatment you need, the care you deserve.
Good morning. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show with Dave and Brent.
Good morning. 8:38. Good to have you folks along. Thanks for listening on this Monday. Brian Palmer is here from Runza.
Runza, yes.
How you doing?
Wonderful.
I love it when people wear their brand on their caps and coats, because I've said the wrong restaurant before.
You have?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like recently?
No, it's been a while. You might ask your boss about it.
You think is it an age thing, Brent?
No, this was a few years ago.
I was going to say, I don't think it was recently, but I think I was here for that, if I remember.
Oh,
right.
yeah, because the other one was started with an S. This starts with an R, and every once in a while I'd introduce Joyce. And it didn't work out very well. She gave me kind of the old stink eye on that one.
Well, you probably deserved it.
I did. How's things at Runza?
Oh, they're good.
Good.
They're very good. Runza makes everything better is kind of a slogan, but boy, so does this weather we had yesterday.
Oh, man. Wasn't that nice?
Yeah.
Today's going to be sweet. Today and tomorrow. We're going to want to enjoy these days.
Absolutely, yeah.
So how's the fish sandwiches holding up?
We're going through them. Yeah, I hope they keep catching cod. They're flying through for sure. We been selling a lot of those. We also have the French onion burger, which is a special on the menu right now. Did we talk about that last time?
Yeah, I think
it was
we
just
did.
coming up.
Yeah, it was just coming.
Yep. But yeah, they've been going like crazy as well. So, this weather starts people thinking about desserts a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Ice cream. I know that some people think about this year-round.
They do.
But the warmer it gets, the more we go through. And just a week or so ago here, we started a new milkshake program. I don't know if that's the right word.
Is that with whipped cream on top?
Yeah. So we've had 4 flavors of shakes in the past: strawberry, chocolate, and vanilla, which are all still there. But we've switched out our cappuccino shake for a mint flavored milkshake. So our we're packaging them a little different now. They're in a clear cup with a dome lid, and we're putting some whipped cream on the top. And then the mint shake actually comes with a chocolate whipped cream and sprinkles. So
I'll have to try that.
They say that sprinkles are for winners. So if you're ever feeling down, Dave, and you need a pick-me-up, you can come get some sprinkles from the Runza.
Yeah, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes. Sounds really good.
Yeah. It's I like a Thin Mint Girl Scout cookie, and so I had a little bit of it, and that's kind of what it makes me think of.
Yeah. Now, if somebody comes through and says, hey, I really don't want the whipped cream on top, can you guys hold that for them?
We sure can.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't. It's really good, but maybe somebody out there wouldn't want it.
Yeah, we've had people request it, and like most things at Runza, we're there for you. Right. So, we try to make orders the way people want them.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
So typically the fish lasts through
Easter.
Up to Easter.
Yep.
And then you might have a few left, and you might not.
Yeah. We go through our supply. We keep it fully stocked up until Easter, and then after that we'll sell out of what we have. And move from there. So
all right.
Yeah. Our freezer is extremely packed these days. We still have our broccoli cheese and Wisconsin cheese soups, clam chowder on Friday. Now we've put our ice cream sandwiches back on the menu. So we're full. Some of these things are give and take throughout the year. So we get done with one, make room for the other. But right now we just got it all.
Got them all there.
Stocked in there pretty good, yeah.
Wow, a lot of choices. And with this kind of weather, they're all up for grabs, right?
6-8 inches of snow and then 60 degrees. I mean, you got to have soup, you got to have ice cream sandwiches. It's just,
Yeah. And you always need a double cheeseburger every once in a while, no matter what.
We do still sell burgers, too. Yes.
Yeah. One of the things that I don't do the actual Runza very often. I go for the Swiss mushroom burger, the hamburgers, the cheeseburgers. I guess that's okay because you have all that.
Yeah, that's why we have the options.
But there's a lot of people out there that they just think Runza, period. But you have so many different variances to go with the Runza. I mean, the different choices there are pretty amazing too.
Yeah, we same with our burgers. You know, our menu board is only so big, but one thing I don't think even shows up on the menu board outside or inside is, we have a Spicy Jack burger and a Spicy Jack Runza. More than likely these were a specialty item at some point, and we keep the ingredients and can continue to make them. So, there's quite a few different sandwiches like that aren't on the menu, but people know about them.
The chicken, you can get the original. Then you have all kinds of options there. The smothered.
We have the classic and the deluxe. Different Sarah's mayonnaise or honey mustard, and we do everything we offer chicken-wise. For the most part, is grilled or crispy. So you've got those options as well.
Yeah, those are good. I do those once in a while. My mom loves those.
Does she?
Yeah. And she gets I think even do you have a smaller, like kids meal on the chicken side? Can you get kids portions?
All our kids menu. A number 8 is a 4-piece chicken strip, and the kids chicken strip is a 2-piece meal.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. You got it all. You're busy.
Hungry?
I'm getting hungry. I was kind of hungry when I got up this morning. I don't know if it's this time change or exactly what. But,
could be.
Speaking of time, you start serving at 11?
10:30.
10:30.
Yep, the dining room and drive-through both open at 10:30 in the morning.
Okay.
And then we go till 8:30 in the lobby, and then 9:30 in the drive-through each night.
Every night.
Yep.
7 nights.
7 of them, all 7 of them. Sometimes it feels like 8 days.
I bet it does. And sometimes you probably wish maybe that you would have more staff members to get through those days. How are you sitting that way?
Yeah, we could use some help right now. We've always been a business that's going to accept applications and hire the right people. We do have a few full-time openings right now. We're starting people at $13 an hour. There is a sign-on bonus for completing 90 days of employment with us. And we're looking for a couple of full-time people, days and evenings, both. Or if you're wanting a part-time job, a couple, 3-4 nights a week, something like that. We could really use some applications right now.
Okay.
The right applicants.
All right, because very seldom you drive by or drive in that there's not somebody in line, and you look inside. You guys are always busy. You guys have been crazy busy, and going into spring and summer isn't going to slow things down much.
No, it's not. I think yesterday, and I don't think I do this enough, but the staff that I currently have is, I wouldn't trade them for the world. They're there day in, day out. Yesterday, I did not catch that we had a volleyball tournament in town. So I was unaware of that. We usually try to keep pretty good tab on those types of things when we're doing our scheduling. And so about 11:30 yesterday, I've got volleyball players rolling in there along with the church crowd, and it's like,
yikes!
Batten down the hatches. We're gonna have some fun today.
Yeah.
And the volleyball tournament went on into the evening. I called 2 of our staff members and had them come in and help catch up and do this and get through the evening rush, and they step in and do it time and time again. And so I'm just very blessed to have the staff that I do.
Well, if you want to work in a team surrounding like that, get an application, folks, because it's a team.
It's a team / family.
Mm-hmm.
I would caution anybody that does go to runza.com and fill out an application for the Broken Bow location to probably bring the right attitude, because we have a little bit of fun while we're doing it.
Well, that's part of it.
Yeah. We do. We're a pretty tight group and have quite a bit of fun and team, family environment. So
All right. Any questions there, Brent?
I don't think so. I kind of had a question, but I think you've kind of answered a little bit when you're talking about the Spicy Jack burger. When you do these featured burgers or whatever, like the French onion burger, when they come off the board, they might still be available.
Yes. A lot of times they are. The French onion burger, we bring in an entirely different ingredient in the caramelized onions. And so when that comes off as the special, we won't have those caramelized onions anymore. So that kind of is what dictates if we're able to continue with that offering or not.
Yeah.
So
do you have everything on the menu that's in the drive-through? Is there more inside on the menu board, or is it the same?
It's very similar.
Okay.
Yep.
Right.
It's very similar.
Okay.
A little more condensed out on the drive-through with limited space. So yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So next question. I know you've been doing some hunting, and I wonder what you do then in spring and summer. Do you continue to hunt? Do you fish, or do you? I know you dance some. So what's on your list?
I'm not much of a fisherman.
Okay.
I've done it before. I don't usually have the patience for it. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, so I don't catch fish, and then I get upset, and then I've just wasted my time, and I go find something else to do. It'll be something outside. It's always something outside.
You like being outside.
I'll be going to Omaha and watching some baseball here this spring. That consumes some of my time this time of year. Hunting season's not over yet, so
it'll go into the spring and summer.
Yep.
Okay.
So there's always some. My friend over in Arnold has horses, and there's always something to do with those, or fence or something. I like being outside, staying busy.
Well, and at night, I know you do a little dancing. I think Becky would like to get a few steps in. If you can get over to Arnold and get Becky Daly on the dance floor, I think she'd like that.
Yeah, we got invited to go to Kearney with Becky here a while ago, and we didn't make it. So I hope I'm not on the top of the bad list of the Blue-Eyed Becky.
I don't think she holds much of a grudge for anything.
No, she's pretty good.
All right. Anything else that we didn't ask you about that you wanted to mention today?
No, I think we got it covered. So
all right. So baseball, go down to Omaha and watch some games and.
Yeah. Yep. The UNO Mavs have had a pretty slow start, which is where my son's at now.
Okay.
But they got their first 2 wins of the year over the weekend, so they're 2-12 now.
Okay.
And trying to.
It's all about momentum in baseball.
Yep. They had 3 kids get drafted last year and lost 6 position players, so they're trying to work a lineup around filling those holes and moving kids around a bit in the field and the batting order, and trying to get stuff figured out before they go into their league play, which is the Summit League. So,
gosh, that sounds fun, doesn't it, Brent?
Yeah.
Baseball, watching some baseball, tracks coming up. It's going to be a good spring.
Spring is here.
Yeah. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate it.
Yeah. You guys have a great day.
We'll take a quick time out with these words.
It's tuxedo time. The south side of the square is where you should be going if you want to look dapper. Head to Chapin's and Lola will get you fitted for the perfect style and color to match that awesome personality of yours. Each time you rent a tux, $10 goes to your after prom party. Right now is also the perfect time to register for weddings that are right around the corner. Get your tuxes at Chapin's Furniture in Broken Bow.
Is there anything better than getting rewarded? Let us ask you this. How many reward apps do you currently have on your phone? Are you 2 purchases away from that free coffee or maybe a sandwich? Well, maybe we have one last question. Are you being rewarded for spending? If you said no, we can help you change that. At Bruning Bank, we offer 4 levels of our Bruning Bank credit card so we can best match you with the credit card suited for your lifestyle. The best part? You earn rewards with every purchase. Give us a call today at 308-872-2757 or visit BruningBank.com to learn how you can make the most of your purchases. Bruning Bank, member FDIC.
Alfalfa producers, choose Arrow Seed for your alfalfa needs. AeroSeed offers 19 quality alfalfa varieties. The staff at AeroSeed will assist you in choosing the one best suited to your acres and end use. Take a look at L457 HD Plus for an exceptionally high-yielding, highly digestible, and high-quality variety. Lower lignin than other leading competitors means more digestibility and less wasted feed. Learn more about this and other alfalfa varieties by contacting your local AeroSeed dealer or visiting aeroseed.com today.
8:53 is your time. You're listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show, and we have another guest in the studio. I'll let you take over, Brent, because I think you guys are probably going to talk sports for a little while.
Well, that'd be fine if he wants to go down that direction. Darren Toby, Superintendent of Broken Bow Schools, is with us. Good morning, sir.
Morning. How are you guys?
Good.
Good.
A lot of things have been happening at the school. Kind of came off the winter sports season now, heading into the spring, and I know that, well, there's probably some kids and maybe some faculty and staff, too, that have the countdown now.
Oh, I'm sure.
Going on for the end of school because, man, we're kind of coming into the final stretch run here.
Yeah, it is. It's gone quick. You know, every year you start in August, and then before you blink, it's March, April. Now we're going to be at track meets here in a couple weeks.
Man.
Which is crazy to think with, 12 inches of snow on Friday?
Yeah.
So, it's been a good year, but, every year it seems to get quicker and quicker and quicker. But I've had a lot of success this year again, so that's helped. Anytime you have success in activities and athletics during the course of the year, it makes the year go a little bit smoother and a little bit quicker.
Yeah.
So, some good speech, and also some of those kind of activities, quiz bowls and all of that's been good.
Yeah, it's been real good. A good year. So,
got a new track. Was the track new last year? Time gets by me too. So
this will be year 2 or 3.
Okay, so they'll be able to use that. Snow's melting away.
Oh yeah. After today, it should be gone.
Yeah.
Just be a mud mess now.
Yeah, there you go.
So with the end of the year not far away, here comes this project, this construction project that you guys got approved and now can move forward on. I'm sure that's on your mind.
Yeah, I give everybody a little update of where we stand on that. Since we've passed that in November, it's been nothing but meeting after meeting trying to get things organized. And you wouldn't believe how many things behind the scenes that you don't know about sneak up. And you talk about, one of the things, there's a sewer line that runs underneath south of the middle school in that grass area.
Yeah.
Well, that's where we want to build the new building. Well, that sewer line, when it was put in back in who knows when, really can't withstand a building being on top of it. So once we get everything tore down, they'll have to dig up that line. They'll have to replace that line. Just things of that nature. You know, you got a 1938 building, so the electrical is probably not completely up to the 2024 standards. So redoing some of those things, or the generator strong enough to run the electrical current that we'll have now versus then? No, so we've had to do some work on that end. Internet, how do we continue with internet while they're going through this? And, just all those little things that become big things that you don't really think about, or, you just kind of look at, when's that building going up? When are they going to tear that down? So,
yeah.
But we envision them to start tearing things down as soon as school's dismissed for this year. And then you'll see some structure being put up this summer on the south side of the school.
All right.
So.
Well, anybody that's ever remodeled a kitchen knows what you're up against. What? I thought that was a real wall there. It wasn't.
Yeah.
That kind of thing. I think we can all understand that. It'll be exciting to watch that develop this summer. So, all right. You want to talk teammates?
Yeah. Just again, I know Deb's been out and about talking about teammates, but again, if anybody's interested in the teammates program, to reach out to us. a great program to mentor our youth, and like we've talked about here in the last 6 weeks, really trying to funnel it down into our elementary. So I would imagine the next 2 weeks you're going to see some activity with mentors working with some kids over at the elementary, and we'll post some of those pictures and we'll get that out. But if you're interested, reach out to me or reach out to Deb, and we can get you the paperwork necessary to sign up and help us out. Again, it's usually 25 to 30 minutes a week, just having lunch, playing a card game, playing a board game, maybe shooting some hoops. I know Pastor Rick here in town, that's what they did every time that he came in over lunch. They would rather shoot hoops than eat lunch, so that's what they did. So anything like that, if you can help out in any way, we'd love to have you.
How important is it to you to see this moved into the elementary?
Yeah, I think, we talked about it. It's hard to get a freshman, sophomore kid super excited about hanging out with an adult during their lunch period, since we have open period.
Right.
And then, that stage, we were all in it when you hit it either 6th or 7th grade and you were too cool to hang out with anybody besides your 13, 14-year-old friends.
Sure.
And, you don't want those people around when other people are around. So we think elementary would be a perfect place to start, 4th, 5th grade. Those kids are excited about somebody coming in. They can't wait to show off somebody that comes in and has lunch with them or shooting hoops with them. They want to be that person. So hopefully we'll get some momentum started with that, and then we can keep it going through the middle school and high school.
Yeah, and once they make a friend, a new friend that they all of a sudden don't mind that they're older, then they could go all the way through the program.
Yeah. There's several activities that we've done throughout the years with teammates, and you'll notice some of the times the older the kids get, the less they want to be involved. We'll do a bowling day. When you're in high school, I don't know how much they want to go bowling, but if you're a 4th or 5th grader, man, if I tell my kids we're going bowling, my kids are on cloud 9, they're ready to roll. So just get some excitement back in the program. And again, we've had 5 or 6 new mentors join since we've done this campaign, and hopefully we can get 5 or 6 more over the next couple weeks.
And the way to do that is get on the website.
Okay. Yeah, you can get on the teammates website and register, or you can just shoot us a call or an email, and Deb and I will help you get to where you need to be.
All right. Any questions, any conversation on the ball games, the Husker games yesterday that you guys want to discuss?
Well, sure, yeah. Before I get to that, though, Deb was talking about a grant that you guys had recently received, I think, Reed, Nebraska?
Yeah, it's a grant that they're partnering with, and we've filled out the paperwork to do that. And I think you have to match 5 mentors with new mentees, which we'll have no problem doing. And they'll help us with some grant funds in the future. So as soon as we are awarded that, or as soon as I get that, we'll have an announcement about that. But we filled out the paperwork to be interested in that. So pretty cool project that they're doing that we can partner up with them with.
I'm glad you remembered that.
I saw you at Boys State basketball this weekend, and you've had the wonderful opportunity to be on the board of directors for the Nebraska School Activities Association. Talk a little bit about that experience. You've gotten the opportunity to do some neat things and hand out some trophies, and I'm sure there's a lot more behind the scenes too that you guys do.
Yeah, there is. It's been a great experience, but to me, every time they announce, hey, this is Darren Toby Broken Bow Schools, I mean, it's credit to our school, but again, we get to network with people that I normally have never networked with in my career to get different ideas on what they're doing at their school versus here at Broken Bow. But again, just having our name announced every single time something's going on, I think is great for us, great for our community and our school. But so the way they set it up for basketball and all the state activities is we're in charge of a district. So I'm District 4, which we have 67 schools that are in District 4. So if your team is in the finals, then you either get to hand out the championship trophy or the runner-up trophy. And the last 2 weekends, I've been fortunate to hand out the championship trophy in the late game, so way past my bedtime. But it's been fun giving Overton and Shelton their state championship trophies these past couple weeks. So, but no, it's been a great experience, and look forward to speech here in a week in Kearney.
You talk about handing out trophies. I know early in the sports season, you were the one that got to hand the Broken Bow girls golf team
that
the
was
state
my
championship
trophy I got to hand out. Was
that had to be fun. I know it was fun.
It was fun. Yep. And I always joke with the other people that are on the board of directors because I'm competitive.
Sure.
And District 4's winning a lot of trophies.
Yeah. a little talk going on there.
Yeah. Yep.
That's good. That's good.
No, it's been a great experience.
Yeah.
Speaking of District 4, I think I noticed through social media that Mr. Ellis was honored as, I think, AD of the year. Is that right, from the district?
Yep, Athletic Administrator of the Year. So,
that's great honor.
That was a great honor for him. Yep. He works hard and puts a lot of time into that. So, voted on by the peers in District 4. So, it's been a good year.
You have a great staff.
We do.
You really
do. We really do. Great activity sponsors, great coaches, great teachers. You know what? And our school board, second to none. They've done a tremendous job in my 6 years here. But now we're going to have some changes. You guys have probably seen that. I think we have 5 or 6 people running for 3 spots. So Amy Staples is the only one rerunning. JB Atkins and Mary Shaw are hanging it up. So they've put in a lot of time and effort to help with this. So I appreciate what they've done, and it'll be interesting. We'll have 2 new voices for sure.
Yeah.
And we'll see if Amy gets reelected.
Yeah, it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
I mean, that's they've done a great job, and new blood's always good.
Yeah.
So that's going to be that's going to be something that we can talk about and enjoy during the election.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
As community involvement is very, very important. All right. Anything else, guys?
I don't think so. Were you heartbroken that Nebraska lost the game to Iowa yesterday? You're kind of a Minnesota guy.
Yeah.
So
I'm not. Yeah.
Well, it was one of those games I think that we talked about this morning, Darren, that we didn't want to go into overtime on the ladies' side. I think everybody thought we got to get that done before the end of the regulation. But
so I was at basketball all day yesterday. We had some tryouts for Travel League, and the people would keep coming in the doors. We're up by 8 or 10 at half against Iowa.
We've
held Clark to 4 points, and I'm like, oh boy.
Yeah, look out.
I don't know if you can hold her to 4 in the second half. So
she's a talent. But I think Nebraska, boy, they've proven themselves well. Lady Huskers.
They both should get into the NCAA tournament. So I don't know how many times that's happened in the history of Nebraska basketball.
Boy, that's a great
men and
question.
Women both are in.
Yeah, the same year.
So
it's been a lot of years. Neither one did. We know that. So
that is true.
There we go. Well, thanks for coming in.
Yeah, no
appreciate
problem.
it.
I appreciate you guys taking some time.
Anytime you want to come in, just give us a ring.
All right, sounds good.
Matter of fact, you can almost walk in the door. We'll get you in. So.
There you go.
Thank you, guys.
You bet. News is next.
You are listening to the Get Up and Go Breakfast Show. Go, go, go! On KCNI, KBBN, Broken Bow, Nebraska.
CBS News Brief. Oppenheimer takes a bow, then another, and another at the Oscars. It won the most awards, 7, including Best Picture, Director, and Actor. Emma Stone won for Poor Things.
I was very shocked. I still feel like I'm spinning a little bit. So, yes, it was... It's a huge honor.
Secretary of State Blinken will attend a meeting of Caribbean leaders today to discuss the rising violence in Haiti. The Miami Herald's Jacqueline Charles.
Port-au-Prince itself is basically landlocked by gangs that control all of the major roads out of the capital.
Britain's Kate Middleton's issued a statement after news agencies pulled a photo released by the royal family. CBS's Holly Williams with the verbatim.
Like many other amateur photographers, I do occasionally experiment with editing. I wanted to express my apologies for any confusion the family photograph we shared yesterday caused.
Showed part of the arm of Princess Charlotte's sweater missing. CBS News Brief. I'm Deborah Rodriguez.
From the Fox Sports Studios in Los Angeles,
Here's Kevin Wyatt.
The NFL League year officially begins on Wednesday, and ahead of that, the legal tampering period has opened up for free agents, so we have several updates. Adam Schefter saying the Lions re-signing guard Graham Glasgow to a 3-year, $20 million contract that includes $9.5 million guaranteed. Mike Garafolo of NFL Network saying the Jaguars have agreed to terms with center Mitch Morse on a 2-year, $10.5 million deal with $7 million of that guaranteed. And Ian Rappaport saying the Colts signing linebacker Zaire Franklin to a 3-year, $31.26 million extension. And earlier it was reported that the Pittsburgh Steelers signing Russell Wilson to a 1-year contract, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers extending quarterback Baker Mayfield on a 3-year deal worth $100 million.
Here's your weatherology forecast. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki. A red flag warning begins at 1 p.m. this afternoon and continues until 7 p.m. tonight. Mainly sunny skies today with daytime highs approaching 70. Southwest winds 8 to 15 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, lows dip down to about 34. 68 tomorrow. From the Weatherology Weather Center, I'm staff meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
What if there is a murderer walking among us? Follow the clues. Solve the mystery.
This village really is a place where murder is easy.
Agatha Christie's Murder is Easy, a brand new BritBox original series, is streaming now, adding to the largest collection of Agatha Christie, including Miss Marple, Poirot, Why Didn't They Ask Evans, and more.
The whole collection, it is magnificent.
Stream the best of British TV, only on BritBox. Start a free trial at BritBox.com.
She posted about us just now.
Celebrities can't get enough of Be Honest bespoke skincare line.
She has 147 million followers. How do we monetize?
She needs a social media associate to help her with the hype.
We should repost this. Do we need a hashtag?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. You can schedule and conduct virtual interviews all from your employer dashboard. Visit Indeed.com/credit and get $75 towards your first sponsored job. Terms and conditions apply.
9:09 is your time. Farming, 31 degrees outside here at Broken Bow, and our next guest is in. Brent, jump right in there for us, would you?
Hi, Mo.
Good morning.
Everybody knows Mo.
Sure.
Yeah.
Ideal Realty is here. Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. So, how are you guys?
I'm doing good.
Doing good.
Yeah. We're going to be honest about it. We're dragging just a little bit from the time change, but more so probably on about Wednesday or Thursday when it kind of builds up, because you could kind of go to bed early last night if you had a chance, right?
Should have, yes.
But you didn't?
No. And then I didn't realize, I thought my clock automatically changed.
Oh.
Uh-oh. I thought I had one of those. I do not. So I woke up and I'm like, wow. Time change slide out already. This is a good deal, right?
Yeah, it's not so bad.
And then I looked at I looked at the clock and I'm like, yep, that's the right time. Boy, it's pretty light out for that time. And then I looked at my phone and I said, Mike, you better get up. You got to go to work in 15 minutes.
Oh, gosh.
Yesterday, I freaked my wife out because I changed all the clocks. She didn't know that. So she's looking at the clock that is actually the correct time, but thinking it's an hour ahead of that.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Sure.
Finally.
Man, you're really off then.
Yes. So she's kind of like, wait, Brent, did you change the clocks already? I said, yes, I did. She's like, oh, thank goodness.
Yes.
Because I'm
really thinking I'm off.
Yes, exactly. She's like, man, time is really going fast. So
yes, we went and visited my dad in the hospital, and we didn't get home till later. So, then I got to bed later, and
Hope everything's okay there.
Yes. My dad turned 96.
Wow.
On Thursday, and decided in celebration he would trip and break his left hip.
Oh, geez. Yeah.
So, yeah.
Hate to hear that.
Yeah, that was it. But Dr. Wright did it, and it's all good, and he's up and walking.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it is amazing what and I asked him, I said, do you have any pain? No, absolutely none. So everything's good. You just kind of.
how do you, like, your dad's 96, but he's still your dad.
Sure.
So how do you tell your dad, Dad, don't do that again?
I don't. I'm the youngest and the favorite, so of 6. So there's 5 other people that can tell
They
him
could do that. I got you.
You got to protect the fact you're still the favorite.
Right?
Yeah.
You're
you
the little
got to
one.
keep working that youngest
Oh,
card.
that youngest thing drives me crazy.
Yeah, I know.
Well, my oldest sister, of course, lives, in my hometown and takes care of Dad, and they are, she does not want to admit it, but they are very, very alike. So they argue. I'm more like my mom, so Dad and I get along just great. And I see where he's, telling them, and that's the problem.
Yeah.
I don't want my kids telling me right now what I can and can't do. So why would it change? If I'm 96, it's not going to change. So, you just got to make it so it's their idea.
I guess so.
There you go.
I'll take a chance at a segue here, on this conversation, because our youngest son mentioned to us a while back, Mom and Dad, the house you're living in is not going to really be adequate for you as you get older. And he was talking about the upstairs steps and the downstairs steps. And it really made us really kind of mad. You mind your own business, you little whippersnapper. But the reality,
I don't even know how he sees you guys that way. I can't see that.
Well, we don't feel that way either. But the reality is, down the road, there may be a time where we're going to have to consider moving to something with one level, and right now that doesn't seem necessary, but that happens, right?
It happens, and exactly that's where our business, that's where Ideal Realty comes in. You do get to that point where, I am done with stairs, and I need my laundry on the same level. Very, very important. And we always mention that on our write-ups for our houses. If the laundry's on the main level, I put that in the write-up because that's very important to a lot of people.
Yeah.
You don't need those stairs.
Well, doing the stairs up and down with nothing in your hand is one thing, but carrying something up and down stairs is another. So
it sure is. Yeah. There's days I would like everything on one level.
Same, yeah.
There are days where I got to go get the Christmas stuff. It's in the basement.
Yeah, I forgot my shirt again. I got to go back down.
Oh, yes, all of our bedrooms. I live in that old Victorian-style house, and all the bedrooms are upstairs. And
yeah, so you have to go up to get what you forgot.
You sure try to remember.
Where's my phone? Oh, I left it upstairs.
Yeah, I definitely try to remember. Now, are my shoes upstairs or downstairs? Because I'm not making another trip. Yeah,
well,
it happens.
Definitely something to think about. And, maybe when you're, I don't know what age where you start thinking about that, but when you're going to purchase a home, maybe downsize or upsize, all those things come into play, don't they?
They do. And, we're working on, there's some houses, some people out there that maybe it's time to just be done with the house and go into an assisted living. And we work a lot with that. Right now I'm working with 2 different situations with listing houses that they're going into a different type of living, assisted living, or they had to downsize into a little apartment. I'm working with a couple of those. So, and sometimes the government has to get involved with Medicaid and that kind of stuff. So we deal with all of that. We'll help you get your house sold. We'll show you what is going to work, and if you need to get rid of some personal property, we can work with you on that. So,
well, what about I would think this would be kind of enjoyable when you work with couples that maybe don't have children yet but are planning on having a family, or that couple that has the 2-year-old and are looking for a place that will take care of them now and maybe later. That's an exciting time in life to be looking for a home, maybe that first home.
Yep, I just showed a young couple this last weekend, and they do own a home where they're at now. That was their very first home, but they're just starting their family. So, we're looking at, could this be used for a nursery? And yeah, it's kind of fun. I don't know if you ever listen to John Mulaney. He's comedian and was SNL, right?
Yes.
And he's got a special, one of his. It's my all-time favorite because he talks about real estate. And when him and his wife were looking for an apartment in New York, and his real estate agent had fun mom energy.
Yeah.
and everything was a nursery. And they said, we're not having kids. Oh, okay. This burning trash can, or it could be a nursery. Everything could be a nursery. So, and then he goes into, he grew up Catholic. It's my favorite one because he also talks about the Catholic faith, which, of course, cracks me up since I'm Catholic.
Since you're Catholic, it's okay.
Yeah, he says the things that we can't say. It's a funny special. But, the fun mom energy is just so funny because, Mike looks at me and he goes, you have fun mom energy.
You might have some of that.
Thanks.
Well, also spare bedrooms that could be offices for people who work at home or do work at home. There's all sorts of things that you probably discuss when you're showing a home.
Absolutely, because it could be, I have the 5-bedroom up on Hillcrest. And one of them, there are 3 bedrooms on the main level. The current owners are using one as an office, which absolutely works. It could be a nursery.
Yeah, there you go.
It could be anything you want it to be. It does have a closet. It's a conforming bedroom. In the basement, it's 2 more bedrooms. One of them has vinyl flooring, the plank. Could be an office down there if you didn't want your office upstairs. If you wanted all the bedrooms upstairs, you could have the office downstairs. So bedrooms, office, den, whatever you want to call them, we can work things out. So, and we're getting a lot of new listings. Kirsten's listed a couple new ones. I've listed a couple new ones. So I'm working on about 3 right now. So the weather turned, we had that little blast of snow, but everybody they were starting to gear up.
Well, when you have days that are in the 60s and 70s, start thinking differently about a lot of things. But certainly if you're going to make a major decision or move like that does percolate it a little bit.
Yes, absolutely. And we've got a list of buyers. The buyers were coming in last time I was on the radio a month ago. They were coming in, so I was telling people, list now. So they're listening. They are listing now. And now is the time, because by the time you get your house ready and listed, you've lost another month. And usually these handful of buyers I have, they've bought something by the time you got your house ready.
Mm-hmm. And, if you were in that category that we were talking about, where you have a family, you're going to want to make those changes when you can before school starts, if at all possible, right?
That is usually what happens. And then, they've got their kids' ball games and stuff in the summer, and they want to take a vacation, and then they got to go school shopping, and before you know it, summer's gone.
Yeah.
So they're looking usually ahead of summer. They're looking in the spring to buy something, so then they've got their summer for their transition. So, usually now is the time if you want to list. And then, there's always buyers coming in. Don't get me wrong. They're always trickling in. And then fall, usually people, I got to hurry up and buy something before snow flies.
Before it gets cold, yeah.
That's how Nebraska works.
Yep. So you mentioned some listings. Are there any others that you wanted to highlight?
Yeah, so we just listed, back to my phone, Kirsten just listed 640 South L Street, 3-bedroom, 2-bath. I just showed this one this weekend. Very cute home, has a 1-stall attached garage, huge fenced-in backyard. So, and it's got a master in it, nice big kitchen that's redone, painted cabinets. It looks really sharp. So very nice house, $189,900. And then I listed 843 Hillcrest Drive. Up there on Hillcrest, it's 5 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, just over 4,000 square feet. Huge family room, 3-stall garage. It's on 1.59 acres up there. So landscaping's all done, and it's listed at $499,900. And then in Ansley, they have their latest new build done at 916 Belmont, and it's a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom. It's got a master suite upstairs, another bedroom, full bath, open floor plan, nice back deck, 2-stall garage attached, and another bedroom, family room, bathroom downstairs. Very well done. Landscaping's all done.
Great.
They're working on the grass and stuff, but it's not in the flood zone in Ansley.
Okay.
Which, we have that issue in Ansley just because of how it is. But this one's kind of up by the school on the hill, so they did an amazing job with the block and all that's done. You don't have to worry about any of that outside. All done extremely well. And they're listed at $449, excuse me. $449.
Any ag or commercial that you have listed?
Working on 5 acres to build on. Working on that right now. Marion's got hers sold over there in Myrna. We put sale pending on it, so she's looking for some more land to sell. So, yeah, we're doing pretty good. I was just looking up some real estate news, when I'm on here. So we're talking about, we do have a couple of new builds. I was Googling, what's going on in real estate.
Okay.
Because, what's going on in the rest of the state. So in Nebraska, so they said the average price per square foot in Nebraska is $145 per square foot. So it's kind of going through our listings and, it's ringing pretty true.
Mm-hmm.
If newer build, we're getting close to that 145. Some of them are way less than 145 per square foot. A lot of our listings are. So they said the median sale price in Nebraska is $283,000. The national is $412.
Yeah, that's probably not so surprising when you hear about East and West Coast and
correct
metros, but
so it is a little less expensive to live here, even though I know I show a lot of buyers. Gosh, it's expensive here. Well,
yeah.
Do you watch HGTV?
Yeah.
Not as expensive to live here as it is
other places
in the country.
Yeah. Well, and I think your day-to-day things, your groceries and all that's going to be the same, but real estate and properties are going to be a lot higher in some of those other larger places.
Absolutely. Yeah. So, I think our prices are spot on with where they should be, on our listings, and we do market analysis. I think that's why they are. We do our due diligence. When you list with us, we'll do a market analysis, and it's very important. I know some people, but I just want more for my house, and you always have to think, if someone buys your house and needs a loan, will it appraise? Because if it doesn't appraise, you're back to negotiating anyway. So let's get it priced correctly to begin with, and then we won't have any problems down the line.
And I suppose it's tempting as a seller to, I don't want to call it balloon, but have a higher price. You have a price in mind, but then you have an asking price, which might be higher.
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah, but not too high.
Not too much.
Because if you overprice, then, and I always tell the sellers this, if they have a price in mind that's a substantial amount over what the market is showing us, a lot of times you're going to get less than what we showed you to begin with, because you're going to have to reduce, and you're going to have to reduce, and you reduced it down to what we say, and it still may not go, because then people think maybe something's wrong with the house.
I was going to say, then they wonder. Yeah.
And especially people coming into town. We listed a few houses. In the past, this has happened. Listed houses maybe late fall. And then it snowed. And then, it's just one thing after another that we weren't having a lot of showings. Then spring comes. Well, why has this house been on the market since end of October, November? Because it snowed.
Yeah.
And people don't want to look, and they don't want to move in the middle of winter in Nebraska. But you kind of have to explain that. But you don't want it sitting on the market for an extended amount of time. People in our area get it, but we do have a lot of people moving in from different areas, and they think that's their cue to lowball you.
I see.
You've been on the market for 4 whole months?
Oh, well, in other places, that would be a long time.
Right? In Lincoln, that would be a long time.
Yeah, gotcha.
So in Broken Bow, that's not a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, we try to get it sold by that time. Don't get me
Of
wrong.
course.
You know, we want it. But there are circumstances in Nebraska, snow, you know, the weather. You know, if I had to choose, when you move to your one level, Dave, you don't want to do that in the middle of December.
I don't want to move, period. But
you don't want to go through all your stuff.
Well, we've been doing that. And hopefully then when the time does come, somewhere down the road, we won't have too much sitting around. But it's hard to pare down. There's just some things you can't let go of for whatever the reason, right?
Are you sentimental?
Not terrible, but my wife's more of a keeper than I am, so you try to get along that way.
I'm married to one of those too.
Yeah, but we're doing pretty well. I think you have to do that sometime or the other, and the other part of that is, you know, speaking of our kids, they don't really want any of that stuff. You know, it isn't like younger couples anymore want antique furniture and that sort of thing. They just prefer straight line, clean, new things, and that sentimental stuff doesn't really register with them.
It doesn't.
No.
You don't have any of their stuff at your house still. They have all their belongings out of your house.
We have most everything that was theirs is gone, but there's still some left, and I could tell you that it was a kind of a tug of war. This is yours, take it. Well, I don't really want it. Well, you take it and you sort through it and you decide what you want, because it's not our stuff.
Right.
Oh my Lord! You thought we was in World War II.
Yes. There is still I did not realize this, to be honest.
Yeah.
I had a trunk in my walk-in closet in my in Mom and Dad's house, and it's still there. And I opened it up last time I was at Dad's house. It's still some of my stuff in there. Yeah. From high school.
Yeah.
And I had my high school graduation cards.
Oh, you saved those?
Yes. They were in there. And our wedding invitations that were left over.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy. That was in there. Now, my kids, I said I was going to pare down their school stuff. I said, yeah, I'm going to get rid of some of the school stuff, whatever. We'll pare it down into small. So they made this mistake because they're a little mouthy. You're throwing away our childhood?
Oh, gosh.
So there are about a dozen Rubbermates with every piece of paper from preschool to their boys, so 6th grade, because that's when we stopped. 5th, 6th grade, we stopped bringing anything home.
Yeah.
They're up there. And they are going to stay up there until those kids have to come and sort through it. And I'm going to laugh.
Well, good luck with that.
Yeah. Or we might sell the house and the new owner gets some
those good the
wonderful Rubbermates full of
the Hunsberger legacy.
Yes.
Kids' legacy.
Well, the good news, they won't be sentimental about it, but they'll probably take the containers, you know.
Right? These are great Rubbermaid containers.
Yeah.
They don't make them like this anymore.
Yeah.
We'll recycle all this other stuff. Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, it is a process, and it's part of, you know, the conversations that you have. What fits you at that time, and how much space do we need, and do we need to get to a smaller place? Do we need to get to a bigger place? Do we want a bigger place? I mean, that's all the things that you deal with. Yeah.
Absolutely. And the sentimental, if you've lived in your house for a few years, which how long have you lived in your house?
We've lived there since 1974.
So it's not just your stuff that's sentimental, it's your house.
Yeah.
So that's where, you know, I try not to step on toes. You know, we want to get you the most amount of money for your house. We don't want to say anything negative about a house. It's just, you know, let's do this or that and get us a few more dollars. Paint, you know, neutral paint. And, you know, it's tough when someone's lived there that long, because that is kind of, what do you mean you don't like my paint? We love this color.
Well, you don't like my dugout basement? It's been fine all these years.
What's wrong with it, Mo? We've lived like this. It's just fine. And, it a lot of times it is, again, we never want to step on toes. We'll sell however the seller wants to do it. It is their house.
Yeah.
If they want to take any advice, great. If they want us to be quiet and sell my house, we can do that too.
All right.
So it's all for the seller. So
Ideal Realty, LLC.
Yep.
Right here in Broken Bow.
Yep.
And the website's real essential for what you do, right?
Correct. Just put G-O, in front of the name of our business, goidealrealty.com.
All right. Also, we don't have time to discuss this, but I'd like to next time you come, Mo, is the effect that neighbors have on the value of your property.
Mr. Toby was just leaving. I have a listing right next to him.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
Yeah. See, and if I ever decide to sell, Joan and I decide to sell, they're gonna say, who lives nearby? And I go, well, there's some really nice people around here. But I have had some trouble with the neighbor across the way.
He's ornery.
Yeah. And he's going to have did you hear about his spring party this spring fling?
I thought we were going to get through a show without bringing this up.
Oh, no.
There's no party.
Okay.
No, there's no party.
Okay.
So he says.
Wink, wink.
Thanks, Mo. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick time out.
Farming comes with trade-offs. An extra pass means dinner in the cab. An early morning becomes a late night. Unnecessary restrictions turn into headaches. But when you make Enlist herbicides the foundation of your herbicide program, the trade-offs will be in your favor. Effective weed control that's ready to work when you are. Flexible tank mix options and neighbor-friendly applications, all without the need to jump through hoops. See what you'll gain with America's most trusted herbicide system protecting your Enlist E3 soybean fields at Enlist.com.
Throughout the growing season, you're tasked with making tough choices, starting with the seed, reading all that trial data. You even have your neighbors weigh in. And when you do plant that smart decision, how you'll protect it, well, that's an easy choice. The soybean herbicide portfolio from Corteva Agriscience. With products like Sonic Herbicide, you'll be complementing your Enlist system with the soybean residual protection that'll tackle the toughest weed challenges all season long. See how a program approach can help you protect every acre at Corteva.us.
Have a good day. All right. 9:34. Any last thoughts that you might have?
No, not really.
Okay.
I don't think I've